Did they read to the Spanish, or we don't have any Spanish? Gotcha, we did, okay. And this, are they victims or that's okay? This is the 5 a.m. initial appearance calendar for June 7th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I'm Commissioner Hunt. Now, as stated on the tapes, I will be giving you why you're here today. I will decide whether or not I'm appointing counsel. I will tell you what your new court date is, and I will determine release conditions if there are any. Most of you will get written release conditions. Now, I'll let you know that you are responsible for all of your written release conditions. Some of them I will tell you what they are in front of me right now. However, you are responsible for every written condition there is that's on your paperwork. Do not lose your paperwork. As I stated, you're responsible for all of your written release conditions, okay? Let's start. Damian Valenzuela, please come to the podium. Andrew Thurman, please go to the chair. Thank you. Can you please state your full name?
Damian Valenzuela.
Okay. You kind of mumbled. Could you please repeat it?
Damian Valenzuela.
And your middle name?
Valencia.
And your date of birth?
January 13, 2003.
Thank you. And you have two cases before me today. And they have the same name and date of birth. On the first, they're both number 7 and 8 on the docket. On number 7, it is a warrant for failing to show up for a status conference. The underlying charges are 1 count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using a dangerous drug as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of aggravated assault on a police officer as a Class 5 felony, and 1 count of resisting arrest with the risk of physical injury as a Class 6 felony. I am affirming the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm affirming the secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. On your other case, you are being charged with 1 count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of refusing to give your true name as a misdemeanor. I am appointing the counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. However, because you were on warrant status because of your other case, so you were on felony release, and now they're and actually I did find probable cause that you committed a new felony while you were on felony release. That means that I need to hold you without bond. And because I am holding you without bond, that means I need to set an evidentiary hearing. So you have an evidentiary hearing regarding the fact that I'm holding you without bond on June 13th at 1:30 p.m. Okay? So if you go to your left, you'll get that paperwork. Andrew Thurman, please come to the podium. Enrique Castillo, please go to the chair. And sir, you have 2 cases before me today. Can you please state your name?
Andrew Thurman.
And your date of birth?
12/8/98.
And that is the same name and date of birth I have on both cases. On the first, and they're both number 34 and 35 on the docket. I'm going to start with number 34. You are being charged with 1 count of kidnapping, apprehension of injury as a Class 2 felony, 1 count of aggravated assault as a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of assault as a misdemeanor. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. And I am setting a secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $75,000. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim nor have any physical contact with her or any complainant or witness. Now, in the other case, it is fugitive, you know what, it's a fugitive of justice case. Should we set that to the end of calendar? Or should we just, because you haven't seen a laminated form, laminated.
I have.
Oh, you have?
Kidnapping charge is crazy. I wasn't aware of that.
That's fine. Let me go over with you. Let's do it right now. We usually put it to the bottom because it's kind of involved. So, may I have your name again?
Andrew Thurman.
And your date of birth?
12/8/98.
Okay, so 1998, okay. And a warrant for your arrest has been issued by, okay, I forgot the state. Let me just get that.
Can I get to a bed?
I'm just double checking. I had the warrant for you.
Minnesota.
Thank you.
No bond. I get it. Can I please just get to a bed?
Well, actually, I did have a bond.
Nobody's paying a $75,000 bail.
Okay. All right, well.
I didn't kidnap nobody. That's the saying. Just send me to jail. Just let me go to my bed.
Okay, well, I'm going to, okay, well, what I will do is that I will have you not waive your rights regarding the extradition, and we will have your hearing for extradition set for June 16th at 1:30 p.m.
Thank you.
Are you done with them?
Yes, just go to that. Okay. Enrique Castillo, please come to the podium. And Cameron Davis, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your name?
Enrique Castillo.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
October 30th, 2005.
Thank you. And you have a warrant stemming from the grand jury. You are being charged with 1 count of drive-by shooting as a Class 2 felony, 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon as a Class 3 felony, 1 count of threatening and intimidating with a gang affiliation as a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of street gang assistance as a Class 3 felony. As the grand jury found probable cause, I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have an arraignment set on June 13th at 8:30 a.m., and I am affirming the grand jury's bond amount in the amount of $100,000. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to You are not to initiate contact with the alleged victims or victims in any alleged complainant or witness. Okay? Go to
Yep.
your left or get your paperwork. Cameron Davis, please come to the podium. Jarrett Ray, please go to the chair. One sec. I'm just shocked they brought him here because the notes were saying that he's been holding himself for a while. This one, number 28? It said he was in a holding cell for the related. So he's like being brought over, so it's fine. Maybe that was just much older.
We'll have to call Cameron Davis last, it's not in here.
Okay, well, if he's a house call, I can come get him. I know that the note stated that he was in holding cell number 8, so maybe he's actually a house call. But if he's a house call, we need to make sure that we put that on, that he's a house call. Yeah, if you want to just put him down, that'd be great. Jarrett Ray, please come to the podium. Joel Shamel, please go to the chair. Thank you very much.
Very well.
I appreciate you being Johnny on the
Punctual.
spot.
I like to be on top of things.
Sounds great. Okay, well, sir, could you please state your full name?
Jarrett Chad Ray,
Okay, and your date of birth.
June 15th, 1984.
Thank you. You have a warrant for your arrest.
I'm already arrested.
Yeah. But apparently, I understand you've been in custody, but that you were page 2'd.
They want to take me to jail a second time?
Yeah, well, you're in custody, but these are for unrelated charges.
Correct.
And so, it's a complaint for, theft of means of transportation, 3 counts between June 1st of 2024 and to December 17th, 2024.
Okay.
Okay, and, I know that there was a recommendation of a $25,000 bond.
I already signed a plea agreement to go do 6 years, so it won't matter the bond.
Oh, okay. Well, I just, I confirmed the bond amount, but yes, you stated that it's not going to matter. But I did, so let's go forward. Those were the 3 counts of theft of means of transportation as a Class 3 felony.
Okay.
I am appointed counsel to represent you, because you still need to resolve this
I already
issue.
have one.
Obviously, you have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond, in this case, in the amount of $25,000.
Okay.
And just since it does appear like there are some victims in this case, just do not initiate any contact with the alleged victims.
Yes, ma'am.
All right? And just if you go to your left or get your next paperwork, and good luck to you. Joel Schammel, please come to the podium. Garrett Goodwin, please go to the chair.
I think Joel may be in a holding cell.
Okay, so we have number 17 also to go down?
Yeah, I'm getting inmates that are in cells instead of inmates that are in here.
Okay. Although I don't actually see that on the...
Jared Goodwin in a holding cell as well.
Oops, okay, hold on. So, do you want to just bring those down? I guess she's saying, so you're going to say number, hold on, let's write this down. So number 30? So number 30 is being taken down as a holding. And who else? Okay, we just started with Ray. Yeah, can we go to the, so do we have Mr. So I'll just go to Goodwin, or is Goodwin not here either, you said? Okay, Goodwin not either, okay, then we'll go to Stewart. Larry Stewart? Oh, we have Goodwin, okay. Then if we go to Mr. Goodwin, thank you. Can you please state your full name?
Garrett Goodwin.
And your middle name is Thomas?
Yes.
And your date of birth?
August 27th, 96.
Thank you. You are being charged with 1 count of possessing dangerous drugs for sale as a Class 2 felony, 1 count of transporting or selling dangerous drugs as a Class 2 felony, 1 count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using a weapon in a drug offense as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. I am setting secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000. Okay? So you can use a bonding company to be able to bond out if you want to. Okay? If you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Larry Stewart, please come to the podium. And David Allen, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Can you please state your full name?
Larry Stewart, Jr.
Thank you. And I have 4 cases before me today for you. And can you please give me your date of birth?
Excuse me?
Your date of birth, please.
1979.
All right, and I have that date of birth for all of these cases. And that's number 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the docket. Let's go to number 3. It is a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you, or affirming counsel. You have probation revocation. You have probation revocation hearings set on June 13th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in that case in the amount of $1,000. On your next case, it is the same thing, warrant for violating probation. I am as you stated, affirming counsel. Again, probation revocation hearings is set on the same date and time, June 13th at 8:30 a.m. And again, a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. On your other warrant case, it is a warrant for violating probation. Again, counsel and probation revocation hearings is set on the same date and time, June 13th at 8:30 a.m., but a secured appearance bond in this case only in the amount of $250. On your new case, you are being charged with 1 count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony and 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $250. Okay? So if you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork.
Please.
David Allen, please come to the chair. Please come to the podium. Thomas Kitchen, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your name?
David Allen, January 3rd, 1989.
Okay, thank you. And your middle initial is Z?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you are being charged with 2 counts of burglary in the 3rd degree as a Class 4 felony. I did find that there was probable cause for those charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250.
Okay, what were the dates for the court?
Oh, the court is on June 12th and June 16th.
Okay.
Okay, you got to go that route. I know the tape says to the right, but it's actually to the left. Thomas Kitchen, please come to the podium. Jose Escamilla Gomez, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your full name?
Thomas Kitchen.
And your middle name is Richard?
Richard.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
10/2/79.
Thank you. You are being charged with 2 counts of possessing dangerous drugs for sale as a Class 2 felony and 2 counts of possessing narcotic drugs for sale as a Class 2 felony. I did find that there's probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. It does appear that you are expecting to have a parole hold set, so I am going to be setting a bond in the amount of $50. That way you can get credit. That way, you know, if you want to set bond, you can. I think that it probably is getting to get DOC hold. You don't want to make bond so that you can resolve this case. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And Jose Escamilla Gomez, please come to the podium. Jose Duran, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Can you please state your full name?
Jose Raul Escamilla Gomez, Jr.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
May 10, 1998.
Thank you. You have a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearings set on June 13th at 8:30 a.m., and I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. If you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Can I pay that with jail time?
I'm sorry, what?
Can I pay that with jail time? I have no job.
Okay, this is about release conditions, so you have to be held in custody until you can make bond. So you have to stay in custody. It's not about paying a fine. This is not about being able to pay a fine. This is about a bond. So you have to stay in custody unless you can make bond. So yes, just go to your left.
Okay.
Jose Duran, please come to the podium. Selena Arredondo, please go to the chair. And sir, can you please state your full name?
Jose Antonio Duran.
And I'm sorry, couldn't hear you.
What?
I couldn't hear you.
Jose Antonio Duran.
Okay, thank you. And your date of birth?
12/29/73.
Thank you. And you are being charged with 1 count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. And I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. It does appear that you also have a warrant, or that you're going to be having a hold. And so I wanted to make sure that you would have credit on this case. So I'm setting a $50 bond. So you may not want to make bond in this case if you're going to be held in custody on that other matter. Okay? Selena Arredondo, please come to the podium. Monique Kihis, please go to the chair. Okay, and could you please state your full name?
Selena Guadalupe Arredondo, 11-13-94.
Okay, and you're just very soft-spoken, so could you please repeat?
Sorry, Selena Guadalupe Arredondo, 11-13-94.
Okay, I heard it better this time, thank you. And you have a warrant for violating your probation. You are being, a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel. Well, actually, it says you have existing counsel. Let me verify that this is the fact that, is it a petition? No, you failed to appear for a non-witness, so yes, you do have counsel, existing counsel. So there is no need for me to appoint counsel. You have a non-witness violation hearing set on June 13th at 8:30 a.m. and disposition hearing set on the same date and time. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. If you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay? Just to go to the doc. Monique Kihi, please come to the podium. Christopher Marino, please go to the chair.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, and I am sorry for butchering your last name. So, can you please state your full name?
Monique Hughes.
Okay, and your middle name is Dawn?
Yes, ma'am.
And your date of birth?
5/29/94.
Thank you. You are being charged with one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I did not find probable cause for that charge. However, just because I didn't find probable cause doesn't mean that the case charge is dismissed, okay? But you're also being charged with 2 counts of criminal trespassing in the first degree in a residential yard as Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for those charges, and that means that I can make release conditions. So I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500.
Okay.
Okay?
Is there any way I can be released? I mean,
Okay, you were definitely fleeing the police. You are lucky that it's only $500. So just go to your left.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Christopher Marino, please come to the podium. Sharon Morgan, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your full name?
It's Christopher John Marine.
Thank you. Your date of birth?
It's 2/24/75.
Thank you. You have a warrant out of Peoria Municipal Court, 1 count of the city code urban camping is a misdemeanor. If you remain in custody, you will be appointed counsel at your next hearing. You have an arraignment set on June 10th at 9 a.m., and it is a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $250. Okay? If you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Sharon Morgan, please come to the podium. Harley Buckello, please go to your chair. Hello. Can you please state your name, full name?
Okay, my name is Sharon Morgan.
And your middle name is Lisa?
Oh, yeah, Kathy.
And your date of birth?
11/13/76.
Thank you. You have a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have the probation revocation hearings set on June 13th at 8:30 a.m., and I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Okay? If you get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Okay, so like, can I ask you a question now?
Yes.
Okay. If I was to be reinstated like right now, what was the violation of my probation? I didn't even know that I had a court hearing.
That's right. It was just the petition to revoke has just, I think it was maybe just put forth. Yeah, petition to revoke probation is filed. They just filed it May 27th.
That's what I mean. That's just weird. Because, like, I'm really good with my probation officer.
Okay, well, it just went out. They are requesting a $500 appearance bond. So I'm following what they're asking for.
Oh, man.
So if you just go to your left, you'll get that paperwork. All right. So that was Sharon, Harley Buckfill, and Janine German. Please go to the chair. And thank you for coming for anticipating what I was asking. So can you please state your name?
Harley Buckler.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Can you please pronounce your last name again?
Buckler.
Okay. And your date of birth?
July 17, 1993.
Thank you. You have a warrant out of Apache Junction Municipal Court. It is for 1 count of criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree as a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint counsel in a different jurisdiction, but if you remain in custody, you will be getting counsel, or that court can appoint counsel for you. You have an arraignment set on June 11th at 8:30 a.m. in Apache Junction Municipal Court. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Okay?
Aye.
Right. Janine German, please come to the podium. Kristen Thompson, please go to the chair. Hello, can you please state your name?
Janine Raquel German.
And everybody is so quiet today. So,
Janine Raquel German.
thank you, I heard your assistant. Thanks. And your date of birth?
7/28.
All right. You have a warrant for violating your probation. I am affirming the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You have probation revocation hearing set on June 13th at 8:30 a.m. And I am affirming the bond in the amount of $250.
Is this different from my Low, the name Low?
Well, I have that actually that your booking name is Low, and I have that your name is actually Janine Raquel German. So I've got you.
But they're the same. They're running concurrent.
I'm sorry, what?
They're the same though, charges?
It's a warrant for violating your probation.
Okay. What is the one I initially got?
It's a page 2, and it is, I have here,
What is
that
it?
it's under Janine Lowe, L-O-W-E.
Okay, fine.
And I have the case number.
What is the initial arrest for?
The initial arrest is, let me pull this up. Oh, hold on. Oh, great. I think I lost something. Let me pull this up. It shows count 2, drug possession or use of drug paraphernalia as a class 6 undesignated, committed on October the 16th of 2023. CR 2023-147343.
Okay.
Okay. Kristen Thompson, please come to the podium. And Monique Avante, please go to the chair. Hello, can you please state your full name?
Kristen Noel Thompson,
Thank you. And your date of birth?
12/9/88.
Thank you. You are being charged with 1 count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a class 4 felony, 1 count of criminal trespassing as a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 25th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to be releasing you on supervised release with pretrial services supervision. Okay? So what that means is that you're going to be getting an envelope, and it'll have in that paperwork that tells you that you need to contact pretrial services.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And then also just make sure that you show up for court.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Monique Avante, please come to the podium. Victoria Villarreal, please go to the chair. Hello, can you please state your full name?
Monique Raquel Avante.
Thank you. And you have 2 cases before me today. And what's your date of birth?
August 31st, 1994.
Thank you, and that is the same name and date of birth I have on both cases, and they are both warrants for your arrest. And I have both, one is number 24, and the other one is number 25 on the docket. I'm going to go with number 24 first. It is for 1 count of artifice, intent with facilitating shoplifting as a class 4 felony. And it was a direct complaint. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 25th at 8:30 a.m. I'm going to release you on pretrial services. And then on your other case, it is, well, actually, and I can tell you, yeah, on one of them, they actually were recommending a $2,500 bond, and I decided to go with pretrial services.
Thank you.
So, and then on the other, oh, you know why? Because you did the right thing. You did the motion.
Yes,
You were doing
yes,
the motion.
thank you. Oh my God, yes.
I saw the paperwork. I saw how you actually did a motion to, you know, to quash it, to
Yes.
quash the warrant.
I was gonna ask
So,
about that. Okay, thank you.
because you did that, that is the only reason why I'm going with pretrial services. Otherwise, I might have gone with what the state was recommending. In fact, that was what I first put in on one of your cases.
Okay.
So, because you did the right thing, doing a motion to, you know, to do a quash.
Okay.
That's why you're getting this opportunity, okay?
Thank you so much.
So on both cases, I'm going to give you the opportunity to have pretrial services, and you are on for both of these. Let me just double check. Yes, June 23rd and June 25th. Let me just double check. And they are both set status conference and preliminary. Status conference is June 23rd at 8:30, and the preliminary hearing is June 25th at 8:30. You're going to get your paperwork, you're getting counsel, and those are your two new court dates.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But yeah, make sure you show up because you're not going to get this opportunity again. All right, Victor Villarreal, or Victoria. Sorry.
That's okay.
My sister's also Victoria, so I'm sure
That's
she would,
okay.
she'd be like, what in the world? Okay, so can I please have your full name?
Victoria Josephine Villarreal,
Thank you, and your date of birth.
4/16/87.
All right, and you are being charged with one count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony and one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 25th at 8:30 a.m. And I am releasing you on pretrial services as well.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know if you overheard me. You're going to have an envelope. It tells you how to contact pretrial services.
Right.
Be sure to contact them when you get out.
Thank you
Show up
so much.
report. You're
Okay,
welcome.
thank you.
And so everybody else is a house call? No. Oh, it looks like we do have one person. Oh, that person is, I think, Joel Schemmel. Okay. Mr. Schemmel, we called you earlier. Somehow, I guess you didn't hear or you...
I apologize for that. I could have been laying down.
That's fine. The important thing is we can take you now. So could you please state your full name?
Joel Schemmel.
All right, and I'm sorry for mispronouncing it. And your middle initial is G?
Yes, ma'am.
And your date of birth?
08/20/1999.
All right, and you are being charged with one count of burglary in the first degree as a Class 3 felony, one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, dangerous instrument as a Class 3 felony, one count of disorderly conduct using a weapon or dangerous instrument as a Class 6 felony, one count of tampering with physical evidence as a Class 6 felony, and one count of theft as a Class 6 felony, and one count of criminal trespassing in the second degree as a misdemeanor.
Whoa.
I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. And I am setting a secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $15,000.
Okay.
Actually, I'm kind of thinking that it might be a little low, so I think you should be kind of just...
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. You have be sure you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victims or complainant or witness. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Just go to your left and get that paperwork.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Let me quickly take a look. There's a warrant. Oh, I'm going to do there's a warrant request. Let me just quickly take a look at this, see if it's important. Great. I've only just seen this. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm off the record, I'm just going to do. Keep doing that. Like I thought I'd looked at a certain part, I need to start saying day. Okay, and then let me just quickly do this return. And, oh. I'm going to mark that as complete. Work on this. Verify that. Oh my gosh. No, I don't have time to be able to look at this. If it's okay, well, somebody should be coming in soon, right? I'm going to do these house calls real quick. Well, not quick, since we have a whole lot. Okay. All right, so are we back on the calendar? All right. So for house calls, we have number 28, number 2, number 33, number 21, number 23, number 12, 31, 32, and number 14. So number 2 was an escape risk. Number 21 is not safe for themselves or others. Number 14 is disruptive. Number 23 was an escape risk. Number 12 is not safe. Number 32 is combative. And the others were disruptive and unable to be brought into the courtroom. So we'll just start with number 28. Cameron Dean Davis, date of birth, March 10th, 1991. He is being charged with 1 count of armed robbery, threatening to use a weapon as a Class 2 felony. I'm appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $75,000. On number 2, Mark Anthony Tan, date of birth, December 9th, 1993. He is being charged with 1 count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony, 1 count of shoplifting as a misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespassing as a misdemeanor. I did find probable cause of these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on June 12th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 16th at 8:30 a.m. I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. On his other case, Mark Anthony Tan, date of birth December 9th, 1993. He has a warrant for violating his probation. I'm affirming counsel. His probation revocation hearing is set on June 13th at 8:30 a.m. and I'm setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. since he was attempting to escape jail, and I called to confirm that information. He's an obvious flight risk. On number 21, David Allen Vanna, date of birth March 26, 1991. He has a warrant for violating his probation. I am appointing counsel to represent him or affirming counsel. He has probation revocation hearings set on June 13th at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting security appearance bond in the amount of $250. On number 23, it is Trey Dorian Merritt McCoy, date of birth June 28, 2001. He is being charged with 1 count of aggravated assault as a Class 2 felony, 1 count of criminal trespassing in the 2nd degree as a Class 2 misdemeanor, and 2 counts of assault causing fear of physical injury as a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on June 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 25th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to be releasing him on pretrial services with electronic monitoring to be put upon him before he released, and that he is to have curfew that can be determined by his pretrial officer. He is not to initiate contact with the alleged victims or complainants. Number 12 on the docket, it is Jeremy Jamin or Jeremy Hamon, date of birth October 30th, 1996. He is being charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. It is 1 count of aggravated DUI with his license suspended or revoked for DUI as a Class 4 felony. And I did find that there was probable cause for those charges. I am appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on June 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on June 25th at 8:30 a.m. And I am releasing him on pretrial services with alcohol testing and drug testing monitoring. He is also not to initiate any contact with any alleged victim or complainant witnesses. It appears that there was an accident involved in this case. In the number 31, it is Christopher William Bever, date of birth September 23rd, 1985. That is for number 31 and number 32. Same name and date of birth on both cases. They are for warrants for violating his probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent him. He has probation revocation hearing set on June 13th at 8:30 a.m. and that is on both cases. Number 31, he has on both cases, I'm setting a security appearance bond in the amount of $500. On number 14 on the docket, it is Michael Allen Gersh, date of birth April 6, 1978. He has a warrant for violating his probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent him. He has probation revocation hearings set on June 13th at 8:30 a.m. and I am holding him non-bondable, and I'm holding him non-bondable as it was requested in the warrant. And we are adjourned. We can go off the record. Can we get back on the record? Are we? Okay. I'm going to go and do these house calls at their cells. If there are any changes, I will come back and make those changes on the record. Now we can go off the record.